It is a team SBS event. That means together everyone achieves more, and that is the idea here, is that you all support each other, and then we will be tweeting about each of you during the morning.
You know, it's great to see Cork is definitely seeing a vibrant city, and all of our companies are looking for something that's a little bit different and a little bit exciting for the city. So we've very much invested in a very lovely space up here, and I'm delighted to say we're actually going to be spending an additional $2 million on the ground floor as well. So a very lovely new food and beverage concept there. And we're actually putting in a 3-bed presidential suite, so I think that's definitely the sign that things are on the up in Cork.
I know what it's like to refer people, and I know what it's like to be referred. 3 key things if you're going to be referred. Number 1, again, make it easy. People need to have basically a line beside your picture in their head that they know, right, that's Susan, or that's Conall, or that's Myra, or that's whoever. So first of all, make it easy. Second of all, if somebody is referring you, answer it fast. Answer it very, very fast. And third of all, go back and say thank you, and they'll do far more for you.
I looked around for other things that could complement our business without taking away from our business. So I looked at other brands that were like-minded and that might suit our business, and that I could maybe leverage off their uniqueness. And Father Ted was one of them. Now everybody knows Father Ted, and I had the idea at the time of creating a whole range of Father Ted t-shirts based on the series. And what I did, rather than just ringing up, Channel 4 or whoever in the UK and saying, can I print some Father Ted t-shirts for you? I created, with the last few quid that I had, I created a mock website, and I developed an entire product range based on Father Ted, from branding to packaging. The whole solution was there, and I arranged a meeting with the licensors in the UK, and I went over and I pitched the idea to them, and they loved it. They thought it was great, which was lucky for me, because within a month we had gotten the license for Father Ted apparel, and we had started selling Father Ted t-shirts, which it didn't take away from our business, but what it done was it actually brought us new customers.
How do you get over the fact that the nice, beautiful market that you once operated in, that was so easy and so beautiful, is gone, and that you start rolling with punches? And so, with so many new craft breweries coming into the country and so many new imports and such, as a brewery that's been going for 5 years, we've consciously decided that we don't want to be out-innovated by people coming into the market, that we don't want to be the brewery that was cool 5 years ago but is now largely irrelevant. And so we do that by rolling up the sleeves and getting stuck into it in a big way. And the way that we do that with craft beer is we release a massive amount of beers. We aim to release a brand new beer every month. And all of those new releases that we make are all full-flavoured and intense, and really sort of challenging. It's the type of beer that these experimental craft beer consumers are going into the bars and wanting to drink.
Here's why storytelling is important, guys and gals, entrepreneurs, people on your way, on your path, because that's what we hook everything onto. We might not remember all that data, but we're going to remember that story that was crystallized and supported that data. So darn it, storytelling is where it's at. It's the way that you can make any point stick. It's the way that you can inspire and motivate people to action, to buy your product, to buy your service, why you should be heard above that white noise. And it's up to you, as the great ambitious group of people that you are, to take time to write and refine and re-refine and tweak and adjust, depending on the audience, that story, so it hits the mark every time. Now, there was a way back in the day at CNN that we used to joke about how we'd write stories. He said this, she said this, he said this again, she said this in counter, and only time will tell. I hope time tells for you that you've got a great story and that your future is going to be absolutely bright. And next time that Today FM does a wonderful team building, business encouraging event like this, you're up here telling your story in power and in a compelling way that gets your organization and your company inspired.
The message that I really wanted to give to the audience today is that if you feel like you're on your own or you have a small team, is to think much bigger and to step into that management mindset of all the people, the agencies, the apps, the technology, the processes that you could actually put in place to help you along your way. So not everybody needs to be paid with money. So for example, Slack or Trello or Dropbox, those types of apps, a lot of those are available for free, but are you managing them to their optimum? The agencies, they're paid in a different way. You pay them with buy-in, with engagement. So can you apply for the innovation voucher, for feasibility funding, or for the online trading voucher, for mentoring support, etc. And also there's a lot of people who are willing to give you advice, and advice can be far more valuable than money because that can be the enabler to make money. So are you putting a team of advisors around you? Are you creating your own board, even if you don't have that title for them, or even though you don't have formal board meetings? But who could be around you to advise you? So people who you see speaking at events, formal mentors that may be paid for by Enterprise Ireland or the local enterprise office, or maybe just people that you look up to, that you admire, those types of things. Every single step of the way I can completely identify and empathise with how they're feeling. And some of them are expectant and they're enthusiastic and they're going to take over the world and it's lovely. And then other people are on the floor where they're thinking, God, will it ever get better? What was I ever doing setting up this way? And I've gone through all of those roller coaster of emotions. But what's important is to take away from today, you can feel really great, you can feel motivated, you can have inspiration, but when you go back to the office or go back to the coffee shop or go back home, what can you do now and what practical tools can you take away? And that was really what I was hoping to give to them. But I think that was done throughout the day with the team, SBS team, with the other speakers, with the whole environment, with the Pitch a Pal initiative, with so many other various different elements of that, I think fed into that.
My message was all about the difficulties that people face starting up in business and how to overcome them. And ultimately, I guess my key line at the end of my talk was not to be afraid to ask for help. That it's out there and just go and ask for it if you need it.
We're trying to give people a sense of the progression from sort of pre-startup to startup to operating a business for a few years, and how as a more mature business you can respond to a changing market, how you can innovate your products, not sort of rest on sort of assumptions that you've been holding over the last few years and remain relevant within the market.
Where I am with BCH Fuels, we're a small business, but we're looking to branch out. We're looking to open a trade centre, which will be in August, and we're looking just to expand our own little business. Today was very good from Darren, the hairy baby. You have to keep going through business. You have to take the ups and downs, and you keep looking at different avenues. Something will turn up and go down the right road. It's not good letting people off, but you know what? There's always the good side of it is taking them back on again.
So our business is blockcapitals.ie. So we're developing a mobile-first platform for car insurance. So we're looking to connect drivers with insurers. So basically, our target driver is a mobile-savvy, cost-conscious driver. So a driver that likes to shop around and gets the best value for their car insurance, but wants to be able to do it on their smartphone. We've only just started up in 2016, so I thought they kind of charted the course for us in terms of what to expect, and I think very strong camaraderie, I suppose, in terms of when the going gets tough to keep going. I also think as well that they showed how important an ecosystem is for a startup. So when you're starting your own business, how important it is to chat with other small businesses and other established businesses, because like I said, it can be a very lonely place, but I think you can learn a lot from other businesses, whatever industry that they're in.
My business is called My Mood and Me, so it's basically a collaboration of 5 healthcare professionals, which are 2 psychologists, a mindfulness coach, a nutrition advisor and an exercise advisor, who've designed both offline and online services designed at the workplace well-being, but also the individual as well. So we cover Move, Nourish, Inspire, which are core components of our program. Then we have live interactive webinars and one-to-ones as well. So today, basically, a lot of the stories definitely resonated for me from the people who've seen the struggles they've been through, but also that there's a really strong network in Ireland as well. If you reach out, people will really appreciate it and give you time. If you extend your arm of help, they'll have no problem in helping you out.
My business is Cinderella's Closet, so we are a bridal boutique who also specialise in First Holy Communion dresses. So all those beautiful dresses for those special occasions, we're the specialists of those. So we are multi-award winning, and we are based here in Cork in North Point Business Park on the New Mallow Road in Cork. I got to meet so many new people that I hadn't met before. I got to exchange addresses, cards with those. I was so motivated by a lot of the speakers, particularly businesses like the Hairy Baby t-shirts. It was so positive to see that they too have dips in their business, as we all do, and yet they come out the other side. You just got to rethink it. I thought Susan Hayes was phenomenal. So I really, really enjoyed this morning.
My business is smallbusinessadvice.ie, where I organise free advice for small business to help them solve their problems and fix their issues. I took from today that businesses need to be more confident about promoting themselves, setting targets and going out to try and achieve those targets. They may not achieve them immediately, they may take months, they may take even longer than that. They also may need help in achieving those targets, and if you do need help, put your hand up and ask for it. Help is there, it's a matter of finding it.
My name is Sean Brady, I'm from Cloud Assist, and we assist people to make best use of Office 365 to be more connected, more mobile, but more secure. So our business obviously is aimed at the SME, but all verticals. We also help charities with our non-profit initiative called Just Social. Obviously Susan Hayes told us about how to use our own customers to help us to grow our business, and other mentors and to advise us and give us advice, and also advocacy. But I think it was great to hear the guys from 8 Degrees and Hairy Baby speaking about their own experiences, that it's all not always ups and straight. It can be ups and downs as well in business, and that was obviously good to know.
Hi, my name is Olivia Dunn. My business is Healing for Wellbeing. I'm based in Kerry and I work in Tralee, Killarney and Killorglin. It's a natural healing business, so I help people with back pain, physical aches and pains, and I also work with females with fertility issues, and it just helps them remove any stressful energies from their bodies and then bring in the natural healing abilities, which helps them to achieve their maximum potential in life. I found today completely inspirational in the fact that it was businesses who, they just made it normal that we do go through a struggle, but the key is to just keep pushing forward. There are people there to help you, and the importance of social media and connecting with other people in Ireland, and that's what's going to boost our country and help everything to move forward.
Hi, I'm Miriam Dillon. I'm Marketing Manager for Griffin's Garden Centre and Restaurant and Home Store in Dripsey, just out the road in Cork. We're 30 years in business. Margaret set it up 30 years ago, and it's a family-run business with 35 employees. We grow over 80% of our own plants, and we won the best gun in Ireland last year. So Granny Griffin officially bakes the best. And if you love your home, your garden or your food, Griffin's is the place to go. The inspiration of the businesses, there's such passion behind everybody and their story. It's really great to hear businesses coming up like Margaret did, and the drive behind them, you know they will be successful. Coming together and learning then from massive speakers like Susan, who's from Dripsey, coming together and hearing all the great stories from that. It has been very inspirational, I must say, and it's great to see our new businesses going to survive all these recessions. So it's brilliant, and thanks to Today FM.
My name is Tim, and I actually work for Vodafone. I'm a regional manager, and I'm heading up a scheme called Business in Retail. And basically what it's about is bringing service back to the local level for phone companies. So it's not really about Vodafone, it's about local service. So I'm from a family business background, and it's about bringing that personal touch to Vodafone. So there's a human being that you can ring up, there's an office that can look after you, and our catchphrase is cut out the call centre. It was great to see people in so many, such a variety of industries, all with very similar struggles and ambitions, and the use of technology to simplify business systems and processes so that people can get bigger faster and reach their markets more effectively, and harness technology so that they don't need as many people in the business or as many costs, etc. And to see the good news stories and the hard news stories are just as important. How hard it was to be as successful as these businesses have become, and it's inspiring for everybody to see it being done, dragging yourself up the hard way, but there's no success without a bit of blood, sweat and tears.
Dave and Tressa here with Revolution Project. We have an online health and wellness program delivering health and happiness to people, as well as a corporate wellness program helping businesses and their employees to get the most out of their working day.
I follow the Sunday Business Show, of course. It's incredible, it's very dynamic, and it's always full of great hints. But I was lucky enough to be at the event last September in Dublin, and I just did not want to miss today's event. It's incredible to be surrounded by people who are at various stages in the entrepreneurial and business life, and it's really inspiring, especially hearing the challenging periods that people go through and just everything that it took at the beginning of their careers.
Well, the thing for me is not everyone is an entrepreneur or wants to be an entrepreneur, and in a society where we're surrounded by people that want to be employees, it's nice to connect with other entrepreneurs that share your values and your journey, understand the highs and the lows, the ambitions and the visions and the setbacks, and just to associate with those in the same journey as you.
My name is Natasha Lynch and I run and own Essential French. We'll be the other end of the spectrum in that we're in business 20 years this year. So it was interesting to come along today to hear about startups, because you do tend to lose touch a little bit with new business, and just to hear the inspiring stories from everybody, especially the promoting a buddy. I thought it was brilliant that everybody was able to pitch a buddy. It was just great to hear so many different stories from so many different people. Number one, it's great to make friends, and I mean friends and business colleagues. As you know, being an entrepreneur can be quite lonely and quite isolating, so I think it's always great to have contacts, and I literally have a bag full of contacts coming away. And because the event is so personal and you get to know everybody very well and very quickly, especially with the hashtagging and on the run up to the event, you're coming away with a bunch of new contacts that even if it's to have a cup of coffee with down the road, if you have a problem or a question, it's good to have somebody like that. And I thought the speakers were absolutely dynamic. Susan with her suggestions on how to build your company through working with teams, and Gina in her storytelling, absolutely amazing quality of speakers.